What's up, everybody? Adam here. July 13th, a little food plot update for you here on my family farm. If you follow the podcast, a little bit of history. We started planting food plots in the mid-90s, back when food plot trend was really getting started, and we fell into heavy tillage, plowing and disking. And in our area, soil is very poor, very rocky, very sandy, Ozark Mountains. So it caused long-term negative effects. For example, we lost a lot of our organic matter, really have poor soils now. They were poor back then, but after 10 years of heavy tillage, it really caused poor soil. So we've been trying to overcome that. One of the things that has really happened over that time is a little bit of heavy tillage combined with overgrazing with the cows in certain times of the year, which opened up some very bad weeds. For us, one of the big problems is crabgrass. This is crabgrass. It's dead now. So what we did, we can't typically plant monocultures of soybeans because this is timber country, and either we have to plant really heavy pounds per acre, number of seeds per acre, or we have to plant something else. And typically we plant something else, but since soybeans are Roundup resistant, we did a little bit of tests this year, and we're seeing pretty good results. You can see this is one of our bigger food plots. It's about an acre all said and done, and we've got really good beans over here. Now, what we did though is we sprayed it after planting and killed this crabgrass. Then we turned back immediately and planted the Stratton Heritage blend, which has some species that can really grow in those warm summer months like we are here in July. So we have sun hemp and cowpeas, buckwheat, milo, some millets, bunch of different species. I think there's 7 in this species in this blend this year. And so now we have replaced that crabgrass, which is basically nature trying to cover the soil. We replaced it with soybeans and now the Heritage blend, and we're seeing some pretty good results. Follow along this summer as we basically removed one of our problematic species of crabgrass and have replaced it with something that we got to pick, the Heritage blend. And so we've got that growing, and then we'll turn around this fall, probably in late August, and plant another high diverse blend, and hopefully we can put crabgrass for the most part behind us and know that nature was replacing or covering the soil with crabgrass. Now we're going to pick with a food plot species. So you're asking me, why not just stick with Roundup Ready soybeans and keep spraying through the summer? Well, soybeans typically in my neck of the woods get overbrowsed by deer, and not even high deer numbers. It's just that we're laying it out on a silver plate for them, and they can just come in here and stand all night and feed. And if I plant soybeans during midsummer, they just don't do as well. And I'll show you an example of that compared to some of the other species that are a little bit better in the summer months, in the summer heat. So I'll show you a couple different ones here. So why is crabgrass a bad thing in your food plots? It seems to be a good cover for the soil, even in the heat of the summer when some of your young species, like if you just plant soybeans on July 4th, it may, weather dependent, may not do very good if it's hot and dry. Crabgrass may flourish, but crabgrass has allelopathic tendencies to where it puts off a chemical in its soil. And what we found last summer was we chose, okay, we'll just let the crabgrass be our armor for the soil, or our covering for the soil. But as we planted our fall blends and we terminated that crabgrass, where there was thick stands of crabgrass, the fall plants didn't do very well until that crabgrass completely broke down, and it was late fall when the fall blends started growing, the food plot. And then we'd have real tall lush stands where there wasn't any crabgrass through the summer months. So a light bulb went off. We're going to take care of crabgrass. We're doing it this year. Use soybeans to provide food, doing really well, covering the soil, but also at the same time we came back in with the Stratton Heritage blend, and it's doing really well. And by late August we're going to have a great stand with that sun hemp, especially in milo, to where we can come back in, drill, and have great organic matter basically laying on top of the soil and breaking down. And now we're going to reverse the role of bad soil health to good soil health. So stay tuned.